Well, hey there, ladies and gentlecats. I am on Havelock Island. Welcome to Havelock Island. It is a scorcher of a day, but I'm all sunblocked up and probably all sweated out as well at the same time. What can you do? Right now, I'm going to walk to what is billed as the most beautiful beach in India. Now, I will be the judge of that, and you can be the judge of that. And it is called Radhanagar Beach. I don't know if I'm saying that right, probably not so. But it's something along those lines, with R's and N's and G's. And I feel like there's an R and H in there as well, which might be throwing me. However, the island so far is very beautiful. It's very green, very lush, as you can see. Very nice indeed, yes. Beautiful tropical island with more than a hint of India about it, which can only be a good thing, right? Look at that. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But it is indeed very warm. And I'm going to say something like this has the potential for lots of things that bite. So let's make sure that they don't bite us. I'm all lotioned up with things like that as well. All right. I believe this is only like a 10-minute walk away or something, so. There. Radha and Agar. And actually this is another case of, I'm calling it Havelock, but it's called Swaraj Dweep. Now, Swaraj Dweep. Okay, I must remember that. Swaraj Dweep. Okay, lots to learn. You know how it is. Okay, we have a school/kindergarten here. Always important when you're on your holidays. Always conscious of people seeing me speak to myself. Yes, I am that person with a camera. But I'm not really. I'm not one of them. I'm me. I'm different. Oh God, they all think they're different, don't they? I am one of them. This could be a problem. Now, I'm very far away from everything except this beach. So I'm really hoping this beach is really nice. And that it's going to be worth staying on this particular spot on the island. If not, there are auto rickshaws that can take me to civilization. Look at these lovely trees. Beautiful light. But of course, where there's all these trees, there could be creepy crawlies and all sorts of things that might bite. So these woods are lovely, bright and deep. But the promises that I'm keeping are not to get bitten by snakes or spiders or crocodiles, of which there are around here as well. So, you know, there's kind of a lot of things that could cause harm to a goner or an unsuspecting foreigner. All right, so I see civilization begins to grow here, which means we're obviously very close. Now, if we lived in the Dreamland Resort, it would be even closer. There's an old broken down truck. It's kind of cute. I like it. Truck delight. Okay, yes, thank you. So a secluded beach this is obviously not, folks. if the explosion of commerce is anything to go by. Hello. Actually, it'd never be mango season, would it? Must keep my eyes out for the mangoes. I don't think it is mango season though, is it? Mangoes in India to die for. Lots of coconuts though. A lot of stray dogs. What is going on here, folks? The beach manager's office. First time I've heard of a beach manager. Maybe it'll catch on. Maybe all beaches should have a beach manager. They probably should, actually. Okay, it is a blue flag beach. Oh, I always thought that was a EU thing for some bizarre reason. I don't know why I thought that. All right, what awaits us? That is the question. I can hear the sea, I can see the sea. Is this really the most beautiful beach in all of India? Who said that anyway? And are they to be believed? I'd say the nicest beach I've been to in India is in Gokarna. Beach, which is a much smaller and much quieter situation than this. But I'm going to reserve judgment. Here we go. It's certainly popular. And it is beautiful. That is for sure. Very white sand. Okay, I could do with some little champagne booths, little tiki bars, serving me some cool beers. That's distinctly missing. We had them in On Beach. But white sands, greenery, blue skies. Okay, yeah. Whether or not I'd call it the most beautiful beach in India, I'm not sure about that. But it is certainly nice. It's very big. The big test is, what's the water like? Well, it looks very much like you just walk up even a tiny little bit and you get away from the crowds. If you walk away from between the lifeguard flags, things get much quieter. So that might be something to do later on in the evening stroll when it's not quite as oppressively warm as it is right now. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that is nice. That is lovely. My goodness, that is very, very lovely indeed. Okay. This is quite acceptable. I should return here when I do not have an expensive camera to be left on its own on the beach. So just in case you thought that I was lying about the crocodiles, also why would I lie? I am a man of my word. I am a man of truth. I've just spotted this little helpful notice. So, things I will not be doing today. I will not be fishing near the edge of nalas or creeks. I will never clean fish, chicken, or meat near water. Well, that's always going to be a given. Doesn't say anything about vegetables. I will not be disposing of animal waste near nalas or creeks. Wasn't on the plans anyway. Never use same spot for water-related activities. Not really sure about that one. Be vigilant. I'm always vigilant while handling boats and creeks. I'm just vigilant in general. I'm a vigilant kind of guy. And never dangle hands or legs during boat rides. Yeah, I'm not a dangler either, generally. So I think I'm probably safe from the crocs. Now, what do we got in here? Apart from shade and trees. A much needed shade at the moment, I can tell you. That sun is toasting a Connor alive. This is a really nice space, actually. What is it? Are we allowed to be here? Are there going to be crocodiles? Stop your dangling, everybody. Beautiful light. And I'm really digging the shade at the moment. That is so nice. Other than that, I don't know what's going on here. Little nature walks. Could one get lost? And again, I do worry about creeper crawlies. Snakes and the like. In fact, mainly snakes. If something happened to me here, would anybody know? Is anybody going to come looking for their Connor? I wonder. Something moved. Something moved, something made a sound. All right, creepy collies, I'm coming. Yeah. Perhaps this isn't the best idea I've ever had. What do we think? I say trust your instincts. I always say trust your instincts, and my instincts are like, get the hell out of Dodge. It does look very nice, but there's not going to be a cool beer at the end of it, so what could possibly make me want to venture? Good point. I thought so. All right. Gonna wander away from the beach. Something just ran over my foot, and yeah. As you can imagine, I dealt with that like the brave man that I am. All right. I was supposed to be looking for lunch, wasn't I? Let's get back to that plan. That's a much better plan than tearing off into the unknown in the middle of creepy crawly land. Okay, lunch. Let's see what we can find. Okay, I've escaped my resort, ladies and gentle cats, and we're here at the market. Apparently this is the market of Havelock Island. More than that, I really don't know, but we're going to take a little walk and see what is there to see on this part of the island. And apparently there are beaches around here too somewhere, but I don't know where. Of course, here they're tucked up, so it is so hard to get away from the resort that I'm staying at. And the staff there aren't exactly terribly helpful either. But I've escaped. I did it. Here I am. As always, drawing attention to myself. And this is far more interesting than resort that I'm staying at. If you wanted fruit veg, this is the place to come to, I tell you. Very pretty. Ladyfingers, okra, things that I have no idea what they are. A little shrine tucked at the back. How cute is that? Maybe I should buy some bananas. It's supposed to be good for the stomach, which can only be a good thing in India, of course. So far, so good on that score, although a couple of seismic cramps, I will say. But that's par for the course. Okay, another really nice temple. Sri Sri Sitala. Now, the question is, do I just ramble around and get lost like I usually do, or should I follow a map and get lost like I usually do? You think I'd have a nose for where the sea was? I feel like the Canadian would instinctively know where that is. My goodness, it is a supermarket. Okay, that is good to know. If I want to stock up on refreshments, although I do not have a fridge in my room. More is the pity. There's a space for a fridge. Actually, there's a space for a lot of things that just aren't there. Pharmacy. Okay. I think perhaps the map will have to be consulted. Okay. This is where we are. This is the sea. How do we get there? So my usual way of doing this is to just keep walking and see which way the blue dot is moving. I wouldn't say it's a fail-safe way of doing it, but it works at least 50% of the time. And is this going to be one of the times? My blue dot does not appear to be moving just yet. Come on, blue dot. Which way am I going? Which way am I going? Yes, I am moving. Jana Enterprises should be on my right. I feel like that used to be Jana Enterprises and they've just renamed it something. Okay. Now I know where I am on the map. I'm going to go down here and then there'll be a left to the beach somewhere. There are ducks! Look at these little ducks. This is me trying to cross the road again. Cuteness. No. So cute. There's a little pond and everything. Oh. Who wouldn't want to keep ducks? Okay, let's try and get over to the other side of the road. Right. There's a come knockout advertised there in that billboard. Mind boggles. We'll just leave that there. Now, private tourist vehicles are not allowed. This appears to be Forest Division. Can we walk down here? This is definitely a case of going everywhere till you're stopped. I think I'm on the right track, but only time will tell. Okay, it is 10 to 11 in the morning, and the temperature is 29 degrees, with the real feel of 37 degrees. And I feel real with every single one of those 37, let me tell you. But I am sprayed top to toe in sunblock, and I'm sweating like I'm in some sort of a tournament. But you know, it's better than being in the cold and the rain, so I'm not going to complain. Let's get to sweating. Where will this dump me out, do you think? I always wonder about these abandoned vehicles. Like, what's its story? When was its last little trip, and why did it end up there? How long ago was it? Was it once happy? You know, that kind of thing. Is there a volleyball tournament happening here? Andaman Cottage Pencilwood Industries. Okay, got a big stone in my shoe there. Where is this going to bring me? I definitely see the sea, so I'm on the right track. It's funny old island this. I can't put my finger on what it is yet, and I don't think it knows what it is yet. It's got a lot of tourists, domestic tourists, who are here for very specific things, I think, and which potentially might not be the same sort of things that would attract me. So it's not really set up to cater for tourists very well, or at all, which I guess in some ways is very nice, and in other ways can be quite challenging. But, you know, you gain, you lose, and you just kind of have to be intrepid. Wow, this looks absolutely phenomenal. Okay. Although it does appear to be guided by a dog, which is always a little worrying. And something that just bolted there. Okay. This is definitely a photo op situation. Okay, doggy, you stay there. I'll stay here. And this is where we are. Okay. It's certainly pretty, isn't it? They could definitely do with a couple of bars, though, I tell you. This place, it doesn't seem real. And kind of, it's kind of amazing. Okay. But from here, I have no idea what the story is. It might be a case of take your flip-flops off, chill the hell out, try not to get burnt. Let's, oh, yes. This is not as sandy as the other beach, but let's see what the water is like. Oh my goodness, yeah. Beautiful. Okay, this is what we're here for. Havelock. Do your thing. Try not to get eaten by crocodiles. Where do you think these crocodiles hang out, actually? Now that I've started thinking about this. What was all the rules yesterday? No dangling. That's all I remember. Something about food. No food on me. I think I have an emergency protein bar. I don't think the crocs would be interested in that, though. And what would be my method of defense should one stalk up unannounced? I wonder. I think I might use my little GoPro stick. Okay, this sand is not quite as soft as I would like. But sure, look at. Can't have everything. I think I'm gonna have to put more sunblock on, folks. I know they do a lot of scuba diving and scuba diving courses and that kind of stuff here, so I expect there's a bit of that going on here. I'm a little scared of the water, truth be told, so you're not going to find me doing that. Although, I keep thinking that I should. One of these days, pluck up the courage and just do it. I'm sure I'd love it. The problem is, my sister once bought me snorkeling equipment because she wanted to, share her love of the sea. And I put them on and went in, and I saw what was in the sea. All these creepy crawlies. And it was like 10 years before it went back into the water. So there's always that sort of chance that it could do that again. It's not very easy walking up and down here with all the boats tied. It's like a little obstacle course. You could do a bit of limbo dancing if you wished. Oh, look at the doggy swimming out to meet his friend. How cute is that? Come on. Where's he off to? Swimming out to the boat, I guess. Cute. All right, we're just gonna keep on walking up here and seeing where it brings me. I don't know about you, but I think this is nicer than that beach that everybody says is the best beach in India. I guess different strokes for different folks. It's strange that they don't have little bars or something. It'd be nice to, be able to sit in the shade and have a beer and look out at the sea. But I guess that's not what Indian tourists are looking for, which is fine. But I spot a commercial opportunity. If anybody wants to invest in Havelock. Little cool kingfisher every now and again on the beach. Who'd be without? Just kind of nothing here at all. It's very undeveloped, which is remarkable. It's just so weird. There's definitely a lot of tourists. What do you think this is? Is this a makeshift shrine temple? It must be. Whatever it is, I think it might need a haircut. What made these massive holes, do we think? And are they liable to pop out and say hello? Hello? Who's down there? Maybe stay there. You would not have expected a motorbike to come out of nowhere, would you? Expect the unexpected in Havelock Island. Time to dip my toes in again. It's so warm. Like, it is just blissful water. Yum. It makes you want to take off all your clothes and just go diving in and hope that you don't see any creeper crawlies. Except my sister would love to see all the creeper crawlies. Actually, the fish life is supposed to be quite amazing here. And there's coral. So I think this would be a very good place to go learn how to do your scuba. Maybe someday when I pluck up enough courage. All right, I feel like some sort of civilization has come upon me. And a bit of shade, which is definitely needed right now because this Connor is melting. Wow, there's a lot of dogs around. Okay, so we've got a lot of resorts along here. Oh, this is the sand that I'm looking for. So soft and powdery. Okay, so this is obviously resort land again. Interesting. This is a far more interesting part of the island. If you're ever thinking of coming to Havelock, I would say stay over here. Do not stay on the other side where there's absolutely nothing. That's my little pieces of advice for you today. Okay, I guess you get a good feel of this strip. It's nice. We might check out some of these restaurants and places to sit and have a refreshment. I'm a little bit worried about putting any photos of this place on Instagram or social media at the moment, because it is February in Ireland, and I just think it might be a little unfair for anybody at home to be seeing this. I'm very thoughtful, really, aren't I? But I'm going to do it anyway, because I think the bleak, cold, wet, Irishy, wintry people, they need to know that alternatives are out there. Oh, I just stood on a stone. That'll serve me right. Karma. But yeah, this is beautiful. So I would recommend coming to Havelock Island after all. But I would definitely do a good bit of research into where to stay. Depends what you're into, I suppose. But I think anywhere on this side. And then you can just take these lovely little walks along the beach. It's not a swimming area, apparently. So, and the other place is the big, long, stretchy beach, Radhanagar, I think, or something like that, where there is lifeguards on. Now, I will say those lifeguards don't appear to be looking out at anything, but they're there. So I suppose if somebody were to yelp, help, 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 or something, then help would be on hand. If you're with families, that's probably the better area to go to. But if you just want a little bit of island bliss and quiet, and these waters, oh my goodness, then this is the park for you, I would say. I mean, this is kind of what we think of when we think of these beautiful tropical islands, isn't it? I did see some fish here earlier as well, but I don't see any now. Okay, and these are the mangroves, the famous mangroves. Very important. That's my bag, which I'm just going to collect and see bits of coral all around here, actually, because there is live coral just off the coast there, which if you did go scuba diving, you're gonna see and see all the marine life around it, which apparently is amazing around here. So perhaps next time I'll come back, take the Canadian. He already knows how to do the scuba, or he did it a long time ago, so he might need a refresher, but he's done it. I will do I think there's one that you can do where there's basically somebody with you at all times. And that would suit me down to the ground. Put all your faith and responsibility in somebody else. Yeah, that's me. I don't like responsibility in general, but particularly in the sea. I mean, if I was a stray dog, I could think of worse places to hang out. That's for sure. Now there's loads of these resorts here. I mean, how are you supposed to know which one would be a good one for next time? It's an awful lot of internet research, isn't it? I just kind of want to walk up and down the strip forever, though. It is just so beautiful. I suspect in, 10 years or so... Oh, there's loads of fishies. it will be a way more built up, and there will be bars on the beach. And then I'll be moaning it, and I'll be like, oh, it was so much nicer before that time when I was looking for somewhere to have a drink. So never happy. I feel like I'm in some sort of Windows screensaver. That's kind of what it feels like. This water is so ridiculously warm. I mean, it is warmer than most of the showers I've had in this country. Go figure that one out. Oh, Havelock. Beautiful.